Yeah, it's your boy Gruff here, back with another video, and today I got a special video for you guys, man. Today we're back with the Tournament Power Season 108 Best Teams Guide. You guys know every season they introduce different characters, or they switch units from different boosts and everything like that. So certain teams might be better for one season than the other. And you guys know, trying to get the 1.5k CCs with the whole new dynamic PvP mode, the Saiyan sagas. Some of you guys are probably gonna be summoning for them. Hopefully, you guys did pull whoever you guys summoned for. Me, I summoned for Vegeta and got him, so that was amazing. Or you guys might be saving for part 3 for the Ultra, which is probably coming out in 2 to 3 weeks there. So 1.5k CCs, don't really have to do much on the game. Just make sure you guys are leveling up your characters. Make sure you guys are Z power and Zenkai 7, friendship level 10, TOP equipment, arch boosting them just so they can have the highest amount of stats so they can survive and win the TOP and get as much CC as possible. So I'm gonna show you guys the best teams. Like I said, I think Tournament Power has been getting a little bit more competitive, right? I've been seeing like the top 10% rise literally from 80 mil to 100 mil, like around like 100 mil was last season. So it's getting a little bit tougher to get that 1.5k CC. So definitely lock in. If you guys enjoy these type of videos, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into the first team, which is Regen. All right, so for the first team, we got Blast-based Regen. The team that I always rock. I rock Regen because Piccolo is my favorite character. He's part of Regen, and it's the team that I main for throughout Dragon Ball Legends. So I just had the best resources for that team compared to other teams. And when it comes to this team, for the backup characters, bro, like they got 3 great Z tier options. You have all 3 of these characters. I mean, me personally, I'm just gonna rock them. In my opinion, just because Piccolo Jr. is also a Z tier character. You could just run 2 and just be fine with that. You could definitely do that, but Piccolo Jr.'s in Z tier. I gotta just rock him. So I took CMZ out just because I wanted to just get that extra points there. But EX Yellow Piccolo, EX Metal Cooler, and Piccolo Jr. are by far the best 3 Z tier options. Everybody else here is kind of mad to me. If I was to say 4th or 5th, I'll probably say the EX Slug and the Green Baby Vegeta. But I just think that those 3 Z tier characters are just far superior. If you don't have any of them at high stars, minimum 7 stars, then for the S tier spot, you have Green Free to Play DKP, you have Zenkai Metal Cooler, you have Free to Play Metal Cooler, and then I will probably recommend 4th to be the Zenkai OG Green Piccolo, and then 5th, I will probably say the first form cell. For the S tier options. Now, getting to my team here, me personally, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna actually take Omega Shenron out because he's not in the A tier. I think he's actually in A tier. So I'm gonna just put in what's the name? I'm gonna put Blue Tanks back in there just for the guaranteed blue, right? And I'm just gonna have LF Piccolo for a guaranteed blue, Super Baby 2 for the healing, Purple Cell because he's just by far the best purple Regen character out right now for Blast-based Regen, and then Green DKP just because he's an S tier character. He has great debuffs, and then like I said, I might take Red Piccolo out. I might just add him in there. I think I'm going to just keep him in there. He's a Z tier character, so why not get the extra points? I usually have Corrupted Murzomasu. I might take him out. Is it who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on who I want to take out and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it there with the team. If you want to talk about replacements for each color, I could do that pretty quick here. Let's start off with red. I think when it comes to the best red characters, I think Corrupted Murzomasu is just the best character. I know he's strike based, but he heals and he ramps up damage over time with the special move gauge. After that, I'll say Ultra Cell. I don't know, a lot of you guys have him at like the 8 stars or higher, right? He only had 1 banner just drop. He didn't get his return banner, so I don't know how many stars you guys have him then. After that, let's go to the A tier option. I just want to see. After that, I'll probably put in Buhan next. He has double offensive Z ability, so I really do like that. 4th, I'll put Goku Piccolo. And then probably 5th, I'll probably do the Zenkai Red 21. Now, when it comes to yellow, I think yellow is kind of in that same tier. I think, like I said, LF Piccolo, I really do. I mean, he's a B tier option, but still really good character. One of not really that many blast-based yellows. So you have LF Piccolo, you have Raid Shenron, you have Majin Buu Good, and then you have the event exclusive Piccolo. I meant Cell. My bad about that. And then when it comes to the B's and C's, pretty much all the good ones are strike based. So after that, let's go purple here. Purple's kind of region's worst color. So let's go to the A tier spot. Me personally, I think free to play Super Boo is a really good character, high cure score speed. He actually stuns the enemy as well. B tier options that I like, I'll put Garlic Jr. I will probably put Red Ribbon Army Piccolo and then Light Skin Piccolo. DKP is okay, he's just strike based, so that's why I don't add him in there. And then for the C tier spot, you guys could do the Zenkai Perfect Cell because he is a strike based character similar to like CMZ. It's just that he has high stats, so you guys can still rock him and still be fine. After that, it comes to green. When it comes to green, let's go to the S tier. Like I said, DKP. After DKP, in my opinion, I will go down to the A tier option and I'll put in Baby Trunks. After Baby Trunks, I will go to the B tier option, and then they actually put Evil Boo. Ooh, they actually put him up as B tier as well. The first form Zenkai Cell. If you guys definitely want to rock someone that heals a ton and has great sustainability, you guys can definitely use first form Cell. And Evil Boo is actually a really good option as well. He's actually not in the C tier option, so that's really good. That's great for the green value. And then I'll do Fusions and Masu. After that, for the C tier, I will go just Omega Shenron. Cryhon will probably be last. And if you really need more healing, you can do Majin Buu. I just don't think he's worth the C tier spot. Then after that, last color is going to be blue here. We go to blue, we go to the A tier options. I think the best A tier is going to be, I think a lot of you guys are going to have the free to play second form Cell at higher stars compared to Omega Shenron. So it's easier to 14 star him if you did when his event came out. Second form Cell. Omega Shenron, I don't really see anybody in the S tier besides Metal Cooler. So Metal Cooler, EX Omega, then you have the free to play second form Cell. B tier wise, you have Boo Tanks. And then for the C tier wise, I'll just go with LF Kid Boo. And then Zamasu last. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the regen characters there. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team I have is androids here. So for the androids, for the backup characters, when it comes to the Z tier spot, me personally, I really just like, I think EX Super 13 is probably the best one here. I don't really know anybody else that I will probably run. The only one I could think of was might be like Android 14 here. He's a stripe-based character, but if you're just trying to get the Z tier points, I think he's the second best option. And then after that, I'll probably go with this 13 here. I'll probably put him, I'll probably put him there, third. So yeah, I'll probably put them there. And then after that, when it comes to the S tier options, you got some good S tier options. They're just a lot of like strike based ones. Me personally, I just stick with I think Gamma 1 and Cell Jr. are good S tier options. Besides them, I mean, you have Ader. You do have like the green 16 here. I think this purple 17 is also not bad. He also has a shield thing, so that's not bad. He's also blast based. Zenkai buffs purple android. So if you want to do double purples, you guys can, that's a good Zenkai buffer. And then I'll do like first form Cell and then like EX17. I'll probably say those are like my favorite characters for S tiers that I like, and me personally. But let's get to the main tier team. I always want to talk about first form Cell. He's probably the most valuable character. HP for the team. He's supporting the team with damage, and he's healing them as well for all spots. That's really valuable. And he's Zenkai buff in yellow 18. With yellow 18 is also, a free-to-play character, easy to 14 stars. She heals the team, she gives damage support, so that's really powerful as well. So you have your two main healers for the team. That's really nice. After that, for blue, I always just put MVP 17. One thing about him is, his notification to downgrade stuff, so like debuffs or abnormal conditions. He supplies that to his to his allies depending on where they are placed in the spots right here. So he's going to give that to the other 17s to the left and the right of him. And I think he's just the best overall blue character. If you do have my highest stars, I recommend with the nice blast-based Z ability for the team. When it comes to purple, I went with purple 17 here from the future just because he's an A tier character. So I just kind of value him a little bit higher compared to the other characters. So, I mean, great support character. He kind of a jack of all trades, healing, support. He's slowly ramping up his blue card, debuffs. He kind of does a little bit of everything, so I like that about him. And he's an A tier, so why not? After that, for red, I decided to go with another C tier character with Super 17. It is every time Super 17 lands blast cards, he's debuffing. If he absorbs a blast card, he's doing more extra buffs for himself and debuffs for the enemies. So I just feel like, hey, if you have him at like 7 stars or higher, he's a really good option to choose from. And then for my green, I went with Gamma 1 just because he's an S tier spot. He's pretty solid character, high key restore speed, so he attacks pretty, I believe he attacks pretty fast. But you guys can definitely pick some other options, which I'm about to show you guys right now. So when it comes down to the red options for the team, especially for the main characters, the main 6, you'd have Super 17, you have Ultra Cell, and then after that you have Tag Droids, and you have Zenkai Red 21. Those are like my favorite red options. After that, for yellow, like I said, I think the top 2 is Yellow 18 and Cell and Zenkai EX First Form Cell, because they're support and the support healing and support damage buff they're giving for their team. Especially Cell, he's the most valuable Zenkai buff in 18 and then HP for the team, so that's more health. So that's really nice. If you don't have them, you have so many good options. Gamma 1, you have the Future 18, you have the Yellow EX 18, Zenkai, you have the free-to-play Perfect Form Cell because he's blast based. First Form Cell, free to play, and then you have the Zenkai Cell if you want to go a little bit more strike based on the team. After that, for purple, I like the Future 17, I like the GT 17, I like the LF Perfect Form Cell. He's in the C tier spot, so a little bit lower because of points, but overall really good still. Then after that, you have the Zenkai Perfect Cell. You know, I know he's strike based, but he has a lot of high stats, so he is still runnable in my opinion. When it comes to green, right now, 3 of my favorite greens that I like is by far the First Form Cell. He heals himself 10% each fight, and he's debuffing along the way. Also, you know, if you rock, yeah, he's Zenkai buffs. He's a Zenkai buffer, so he has high stats. After that, I like Magenta. Magenta's more on the strike side, but he does great debuffs for the allies. I mean, for the enemies, great debuffs. And then depending on how many enemies are left, he gets a guaranteed blue. Gamma 1. And then I'll probably say 4th will be like green 21, and then I'll probably put like 16 5th, the Sparking 16. Not the Zenkai one, but the regular Sparking. When it comes to blue, I think recently they upgraded 2 great blue units for Android. So if you don't have MVP 17 at high stars, you do have this blue Android TOP 18. She's great. Slowly ramps up her blue card. I believe as he kills, he gives allies damage, support, and healing. Great character overall, and she's a Zenkai character. Pretty nice. After that, I'll probably go with the Zenkai free-to-play, not Zenkai, but the free-to-play Second Form Cell. Really good character. So those are like my top 3. After them, you know, you got like the strike-based characters in a sense, like Ader, and then you have Android free-to-play, Android 13, Celza, and like Gamma 2. But for blast-based, I'll just say those top 3 for now. So I know she's strike-based, but she has equal stats. You know, she damn near got equal stats. So anyways, let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team, we have LOE Blast Base. LOE kind of got a little bit hold this season just because the amount of people that rocked Unireps, because Unireps has so many good Z tier boost characters that this yellow Frieza got dropped down from B tier to C tier, but they still fine because a lot of their characters are in the high boost characters, so high boost tiers. So let's talk about the backup characters though. Like LOE has by far like the best backup characters pretty much every season. They just have so many good ones, especially with their recent new EX units. The red DBS Frieza, I keep pulling him, so I'm about to get him max, not DBS, but the red EX Frieza here, really good, great support. Then you have this yellow metal cooler, blast base. He heals himself, really good character. If you don't have them, I'll probably say another great option is the EX Final Form Frieza. He has high damage, depending on how many allies are remaining. So if you have all 6, he's going to have the most damage. After that, you have 2 more other good characters that I would recommend. You have the free-to-play Pod Frieza, and then you have the Zenkai Final Form Frieza. I don't know why they put them in Z tier. I have no clue. Maybe to buff Frieza Force. I don't know. But they have 5 great options. So anyways, let's talk about the main 6 though. Well, let's talk about the S tier. If you don't have it, the S tiers, great S tiers. I mean, Shield, he's going to be part of the main 6. I don't got to reference him. You have the Zenkai Green Cooler. You have the blue free-to-play Metal Cooler. You have purple Mecha Frieza. You have Zenkai Metal Cooler. You have Final Form free-to-play Cooler. And then, like I said, you have 2 characters part of the main 6. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 8 great S tier options to choose from as well. So you don't got good Z tiers, you have good S tiers. So let's talk about the main 6 though. Main 6 kind of is pretty much the same here. I think the only thing that changed is added in this green free-to-play Golden Frieza. Another character that gives great debuffs and heals the team by 2 at the start of third turn. So you have 2 healers now with the Revival Frieza and the Gold Frieza. So that's just great sustainability for the team. So you always want to have this guy because he gives support and healing for the people across for him. And then you have this guy that's healing everybody on the team. So 2 healers, that's a great addition for the team. Not Mecha Frieza, but Zenkai Shield is going to be, you know, main as well because he's the HP buffer for the team. He Zenkai buffs LF Purple Frieza. He gives great support for his allies. He kind of does it all. He's the glue for the team. So and he's an S tier as well. He's kind of like a better form of first form Cell in the sense of just how valuable he is, and he's an S tier compared to B tier. After that, you might as well just add in first form Frieza. Him and Shield together, I mean, he's going to get double Zenkai buff. And then not only that, he has high cure store speed with Shield. So they usually attack first. If you have any troublesome greens, they're just going to wipe the floor with them. After that, like I said, you're pretty much your main damage dealer for the team. Yellow Golden Frieza, he gets a guaranteed blue first turn. Depending on how many enemies are remaining at the end of the fight, he can get another guaranteed blue card or ultimate card, depending on if you land and you place him on the yellow layout bonus field. And then when it comes to the red, I think red is still kind of like the weakest color for LOE blast base. DBS Frieza is probably like the best one because he's the newest one. But if you don't have him, Zenkai Metal Cooler is fine. He's able to heal himself. The only issue is he doesn't buff Blast the Blast Z ability for the team, but everybody else on the team buffs Blast, so you can kind of risk this if you have him at like higher stars than Zenkai, more sustainability. He's better, but if you just want a little bit more damage, he's better with the stun and everything like that. So yeah, when it comes to the colors here, colors is gonna be pretty tough for LOE. It's pretty picky, pretty like niche in a sense. The best reds is DBS Frieza, Zenkai Metal Cooler, and the EX Red Frieza. That's pretty much it. If you want to add LF Cooler, you can. He's just strike base, so that's why I put him last. Yellow, I'll put Angel Golden Frieza. After that, I'll put this regular Sparking Zenkai Frieza. Then I'll put LF Full Power Frieza. Of course, you can do Metal Cooler, and then I'll put this this regular yellow Final Form Frieza last. When it comes to the purple, if it's not Shield or LF or First Form LF Frieza, then I'll do Mecha Frieza, and then I'll do like Go Frieza or UGF or Celza because they're all strike-based purples in a sense. When it comes to green, you have the free-to-play Unirep Golden Frieza. And then after that, you do have the Zenkai regular form cooler. You have this final form Sparking Cooler. You have this Frieza here, this free-to-play final form Frieza. And then you have Pod Frieza. You have this golden summonable Unireps Frieza, and then that EX Frieza in the bottom. When it comes to blue, blue is probably their weakest color. But like I said, Revival Frieza is a must-have for, healing-wise. Then after that, you do have free-to-play Metal Cooler, and then kind of go strike base with Go Frieza and like Celza. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the LOE blast base. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have blast base Frieza Force. So Frieza Force actually just kind of more of a broad LOE team. The only character you're just not gonna see is Cooler and Chilled, and it's pretty much just Frieza. Then you just think about like the Ginyu Force. You think about like all the Frieza Force henchmen, and then you think about like Nappa and Vegeta when they're both on it. So both the new Nappa and Vegeta will be part of the team. They're both blast based, so they're both good options for this team. So this team actually got buffed, which is really nice. And actually, they actually got a lot of great Z tier characters as well. So let's talk about it. So for the backup characters, I just added the Frieza characters. I just added in the EX Green Frieza and the Red EX Frieza. Both really good characters from LOE. So they're both part of Frieza Force as well. You can add them. You also have other good options as well. You have the Jason Birder tag, and then you also have Raccoon Magudo. I still don't have Raccoon Magudo, which is crazy. I'm surprised I have not pulled one copy of them. But Raccoon Magudo is also a character that you guys can pull. After that, that's good characters is Pod Frieza, and then you also do have this EX Captain Ginyu. And then after that, I'll probably do like Zenkai Yellow Frieza and like Goku Ginyu. I probably put them like towards the bottom. But when it comes to the S tier has some good options as well. You have Revival Captain Ginyu, you have Mecha Frieza, you have the Zenkai Full Power Frieza, you have this red DBS Frieza. I just don't think he buffs Frieza Force. Yeah, he does LOE in movies. Those are like my favorite 5 right there, because they're like more on the blast base. I mean, he's strike based, but he's a revival character, still pretty good. I'll think Monray's okay as well. I think I'll put like Monray, Nabana in there. I think they're solid. And then like you have Ramon, he's more blast based. I'll probably put him towards the bottom as well. And then you know if you want to add in like Nappa, you can, but I'll put him at the bottom because he's strike based, right? He doesn't really flow with the team as much, and he's an older character. So after that, bro, we talk about the main 6. It's gonna be really similar. Like I said, you want to have Revival Frieza in there because he heals the team. You want to have LF Full Power on first form LF Frieza just because he got great support, high Q restore speed, so he attacks first pretty much, and he stuns the enemy, so that's nice. We have Gupray in here. The reason why is because not Gupray, but Naval is because he's another healer. So instead of the Golden Frieza free to play, you basically add him. He's healing and giving support for his allies for all across the board, which is really powerful. It's basically the same thing that what the Frieza is doing. After that, kept Yellow Frieza. I mean, guaranteed blue first turn, pretty insane. After that, like I said, I went Jason Burdick. I think they're just the best red for Frieza Force right now. They're just the best red. I think they clear everybody that's not in the C tier spot, so I just add them, and they're blue, so can't go wrong with that. And then for my green, I added in the new Vegeta. He's a revival character, so blast base as well. He's gonna be able to work out. So when it comes to the colors for each character, though, let's talk about it. So let's talk about red. Red, I think, is a pretty bad color for them, but Jason Burder, DBS Frieza. You guys can go with free to play Raditz. He gets a guaranteed blue towards the first turn. It's just that he has a really low Q restore speed, so he usually attacks last. But those are like my favorite 3. Probably put 8G to 4th. After that, when it comes to yellow, you have Raccoon and Goldo because they're yellow green. After that, you do have the Angel Golden Frieza. You do have the new Nappa. Nappa's actually pretty good. He heals by 5%. I just don't like that when he dies, he gives like a part of his kit is about him like being dead and low health here. So that kind of sucks. But this top kit is still pretty good. So Nappa's a really good yellow. Then after that, you have the free to play, not the free to play, but the regular Sparking Zenkai, Full Power Frieza, LF Full Power Frieza. Those are like my favorite. From yellows, purple, you have LF First Form Frieza, of course. You have this Nappa Vegeta as well. He's another revival character, so that's more sustainability, which is really powerful. You have Captain Ginyu, and then you have Mecha Frieza. Then you also have solid characters like a Pool and the Zenkai EX Captain Ginyu. When it comes to green, you have the new Vegeta, you have Naval, you have the free-to-play first form Frieza. And like I said, if you have more LOE, you guys can definitely still add him, but I'm looking more for, Frieza Force-wise. And then you have him last, the summonable Golden Frieza. When it comes to blue, like I said, Revival Frieza is going to be number 1 for me. Then I'm going to go with Jason Burder. They're half blue, half red. Then after that here, I actually will go with this Broly. This free-to-play Broly is pretty good. Great range character. Then after that, I'll probably go Nabana for kind of like a support debuff type of character. And if you want to add him as one of your backup characters, so I'll kind of put him last. Of course, you're going to have Gold Frieza and like Broly Chilai, but they're all like strike-based. Cells and all of them, they're strike-based. So I'm not going to really put them up front. This is a blast-based team. So anyways, let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team, we have blast-based Majin Buu Saga. So we're going to talk about the backup characters. I think they got 3 pretty solid Z-tier options for Majin Buu Saga. They have EX Dabura. He's pretty much just supporting the team. He has no other stats, so, be mindful. After that, I'll probably say EX Gotenks. He has at least some type of reduction to damage and damage afflicted for at least the first 3 turns, and then has no stats after that. And then third, he's definitely the best one, though, is Zenkai. Not Zenkai, but Transforming Trunks. He's strike-based, and he, unfortunately, but he's the best one. So if you have him, I definitely would put him first, then Green Gotenks, then Dabura third. When it comes to the S tier options, though, I'll go with, if you're going for the blast based team, you guys definitely want to go with TN. He has great support and health restoration, so I'll put him in the middle. So, you know, when what's the name is healing them, yellow 18, you guys have extra more health restoration to get, so you guys can definitely do that. After that, that's good S tier options. Blue Videl, she's strike based, but just because she's part of the Majin Buu saga, and she actually gives the Z ability for the team. Definitely her. I'll do Zenkai Red Vegeta. I'll do Yellow Angel Vegeta, depending on how many Saiyans you have on the team. If you have a lot of Saiyans, then I'll put them on there a little bit higher. Probably put him third, but if not a lot of Saiyans, I'll put him fourth. And then fifth, I'll do EX Majin Buu, Evil Buu. So, yeah, anyways, let's talk about the main six. So I have Yellow 18, free to play, just support, healing, supporting damage, supporting in terms of healing. You need to have her. She's must have. After that, like I said, I have Blue Tien here. He's an S tier, giving support for the team. He's also another character that provides a blast-based Z ability for the team. Because as you look at the Ultimate Gohan, Buu Duo, and then Gotenks, none of them buff blast Z abilities for Majin Buu Saga. They buff blast for themselves, but I mean, and also for Gohan, but for everybody else, no, you know, they're not part of Gohan or Vegeta clan or anything like that. Gotenks has double defense, and then Ultimate Gohan has double defense. And then I decided to add Evil Buu. The reason why I decided to add Evil Buu because Evil Buu is actually in the B tier spot, so you're actually still rocking 3 C tiers. If you want, you guys can still maybe add in Pui Pui still, just for like the HP and extra damage that he gives for the team. If you guys even have access to him, you guys can definitely give him a go. I think he's in the A tier spot, so you guys can add Pui Pui in there for HP. But if you want to add someone that's a little bit more, you know, he can carry his own, you know, now go with Evil Buu. So I'll probably go Pui Pui here just because HP wise. But like I said, purple wise, you have the Gohan, red, you have Gotenks, and then Buu Duo. When it comes to the replacement for each colors, let's get into it. For red, blast base. Let me see. Yeah, for red blast base, for the A tier spots, I do like Buhan over the Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai Goku. He at least buffs double offense for the team. So if you don't have Gotenks at high stars, definitely adding him for the double offensive Z abilities. You can't go wrong with that at all. After that, B tier, I'll probably add in Shin. I know Shin is more strike based, but you know, he's a really good character, supporting wise with healing and damage inflicted buffs and other supporting capabilities that he does in his kit. Can't go wrong with that. And then, like I said, in the C tier spot, you're just going to have Gotenks in there. When it comes to yellow, I think yellow is more so for the supporting roles, because especially for the blast based team. Like I said, you have 18, yellow 18, then you have Majin Buu Good. They both kind of do the same thing in terms of support, with supporting their allies and then healing their allies. They both do the same role. You kind of just pick which one is easier. Do you have one higher stars, or you want to add both? You definitely can do that. Like I said, it's free to play 18 here. And then for the C tier spots, I think they're all strike based. So after that, let's go with purple. Purple is actually a pretty tough color. I think they got two other good colors. They have the free to play Super Buu, high key recovery, which is really nice. He has the stun green card, so that's really good. And he gives support for Majin Buu Saga. For the people that's below him, B tier, I'll go with the free to play Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's actually pretty nice. Really good character for sure. I'll definitely add him on the team. If you need a better purple, if you don't have Ultimate Gohan, then I'll put Ultimate Gohan on there, of course. You know, he's the best purple blast base on the team. When it comes to green, S tier, no S tiers, ew. Let's go to A tier. Like I said, Pui Pui, just because of the HP and the support damage he gives for the allies. That's why I add him on the team. Just more sustainability for him. He's solid. He's a solid character. Then here I'll put Evil Buu. Evil Buu, he's able to heal. He has great sustainability for himself, so that's why I like adding him. After that, these are all strike-based characters. So then after that, let's go blue. Blue S tier is going to be Tien. I'll put Evil Buu in there, but I'll put him last. I'll put him last. If you need a blue, I'll put him like last, because he's better suited for the boost, for like the backup. A tier, the Burrow. I'll put the Burrow right above EX Majin Buu. Then after that here, I'll actually go with Gotenks. He gets a guaranteed blue. He doesn't buff Majin Buu Saga, but a guaranteed blue, that's pretty powerful every fight. And then here, I will just go Buu Duo. Buu Duo being number 1, and then I'll go LF Kid Buu if you just need a dominant blast blue for Majin Buu Saga. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that team. Let's hop into the next one. Alright, so for the next team, actually this is going to be the first time me building the Majin Buu strike base team. If anybody rock Majin Buu strike base, let me know in prior season, let me know how that team goes. I am going to use a few characters that are like blast based characters, but we're going to try it out. We're going to try it out. So yeah, when it comes down to it, you guys see a missing spot. A missing spot is supposed to be for Ultra Majin Vegeta. If you guys have him, definitely rock him. I'll try to find a replacement that you guys can use, but if you have Ultra Majin Vegeta, that'll be the main 3. That'll be the main. He'll be part of the main 6 for sure. But backup character wise is going to be the Kid Trunks. I'll probably put Kid Trunks right now. Kid Trunks. You have the EX Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and then you have EX Dabura. We can take him out, and then after that, for the S tier wise, like I said, since you're more strike based, I'll put in Videl. I'll probably put Videl first because she's strike based, and then here, since strike base is more of a lot about a Saiyans, you can put this Vegeta for if you want more healing for the team and support. You can add in that Vegeta. Third, I'll put Blue Tien. Fourth, I'll put the Zenkai Majin Vegeta. Fifth, I'll put this EX Majin Buu, Super Evil Buu. Now, when it comes to the main 6 for the team, I still decided to add in Yellow 18 just because the support that he gives for the team in terms of damage and healing. I'm just like, why not just add her and keep her on the team? Now, granted, she buffs Blast, but I think you have a decent amount of strike-based Z abilities for the team for you guys to be fine. So after that, I added in the free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Another good just support character, bro. He's giving damage inflicted and key recovery and canceling debuffs for his allies. So really powerful, giving them special moves. Like, it's just really good. He has great support for the team. He's like an all-around great support for how much stuff that he's doing every turn. So he's able to do damage himself, which is nice. And then this character, I just added in Pui come like, if you have Ultra Majin Vegeta, if you have Fusion Vegito, and you have the Transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you pretty much got your main 3 damage dealers. Really good, powerful ones too. Then I was like, all right, let me just add Pui for more support, and then he gets HP, so they're able to absorb more damage and more survivability. So I decided to add this. You're not gonna really have a red on this team. If you wanted to add in the red, you could replace what's the name and add in Shin if you actually really want a red. If you actually want to have a full color roll, you can definitely add in Shin for sure. So, but yeah, like I said, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, he's a character that heals. He heals the first 2 times he lands a card, and then he transforms and heals. Ultra Fusing Super Vegito also heals. I think the 3rd turn they heal and ramp up as well. So they have ways of healing by themselves. And I'm not sure about Ultra Majin Vegeta's kit, but he's another annoying character to deal with. So your 3 powerhouse damage dealing characters, they all, I believe, have ways of healing. And then you have 18 that's giving more healing, and then you have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and 18 giving support damage. And then, like I said, if you want to go with Shin, you have another support character that's giving health, healing, and damage inflicted buffs. If you want to go with more like an offensive, like I said, I just don't want to add too many C tier characters. So pretty much, let me actually go here, Majin Buu Saga. Yeah, just a strike-based team is just pretty difficult to build. I mean, you're in a sense kind of building like a weaker, like strike-based Saiyans team in a sense, if you really think about it. But I think some people might be curious to see if a strike-based movie Majin Buu Saga team can work. So I think when it comes to replacements, it's going to be harder to replace these characters because there's just not that many good options. Like, for example, Red. If you're looking at Red, it's probably going to be free-to-play Vegeta, Shin. And then it's probably that Zenkai Majin Vegeta, and then you have Buhan because he has double offensive Z abilities. So even though he's blast based, he has double offensive, so that helps with the strike base. Yellow for the team, like I said, it's gonna be 18 in Majin Buu Good, and then Angel Vegeta. After that is going to be, and then like I said, you guys could go with Ultra Kid Buu or USV or Ultra Majin Vegeta. It's just that Kid Buu and USV. Kid Buu doesn't buff Saiyans, USV does, but Ultra Majin Vegeta is just the better better yellow. So UMV, Kid Buu, UMV, USV, and then Kid Buu, and then if you're looking for more support, Majin Buu good and 18 are the best, but they're blast base. So purple wise for strike base, it's pretty much the Super Saiyan 3 support Goku. He's like equal in stats. Everybody else is strike based. You have these other strike based characters, but they suck. So I'd rather just go Ulton and free to play Super Buu. Green wise, you have the LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku there. Then after that, you're pretty much looking at like strike based characters or blast based characters like Evil Buu and Pui Pui, right? So that kind of sucks. Then after that, for the blue wise, you have Fusion Vegito. Then what is going to be Videl, that's strike base, and then you're looking at like Tien and Boo Tanks, Boo Duo type, right? So that's why I don't really talk about Majin Buu strike base, because their replacement options is more niche than the blast base. But anyways, let's hop into the next team. All right, next team I have is blast base Future. Future's this like setup is kind of like, you could say it's gimmicky, but it's still a really good solid team. It's more so just all about trying to like boost up the blue card rate for every character per turn, per fight, so they have faster ways of getting blue cards throughout the whole fight. But anyway, let's talk about the backup characters. I think for this Z tier spot, I think the EX Future Gohan here is pretty good, and he gets a little bit stronger if he has paired up with a Trunks. So we do have 2 Trunk characters on our team, so we do need that. He's actually gonna be at his full potential. I'm not sure about this Trunks. I don't know if he's able to do his thing. He probably can, because he does have like some type of minus damage received. So that's pretty okay. He's strike based, unfortunately, but he is a Zenkai character, so the stats may just be able to help him. So if you want to add in him as a Z tier, that red Trunks, you guys can. But me personally, I just went with the green sweater Trunks, double offensive Z abilities for the team. So even though he's strike based, he's still giving love to the blast based team. After that, any other characters that I like from the S tier spot? Let's see. This Trunks, this Gohan is okay. He's not a bad option. He transforms. After that, I would say the free to play first form Cell. I'll probably put him third. This guy, I think he's a lot better when he's Z. I wouldn't put him as an S. Free to play Trunks, and I'll probably put this Zenkai Goku Black last. Yeah, I'll put him last. But yeah, when it comes to the main 6 though, like I said, you want to have Mai, because Mai helps giving everybody extra 5% special move gauge every turn. So that's really powerful and damage inflicted buffs. So over time, they're going to deal more damage, and they're going to ramp up their blue card super fast. So like I said, CMZ, if the fight goes into 4 turns, she's able to get 100%. So the next fight, he gets a guaranteed blue. So that's pretty ridiculous for CMZ, right? That helps him from getting a blue card every other fight to every fight if it goes all the way to the 4 turns, which is pretty insane. Then you also are giving that for the Grunks Secession, because they get 50, but then with Mai, I believe they get 70, and then they get also charge rate every time they land a card. So they could get around like 70, maybe like 82. Probably like 70 to 82 per fight, so that's pretty nuts with the special move gauge. Then you have 17 here. 17, he's a jack of all trades. Support, he's debuffing, he slowly heals. I think he heals when he lands cards, and then like he charges up his blue card by like 30. So with Mai, it's like 50 if it lasts through the four turns per fight. Yellow 18 is more of another character that just gives support. It gives healing and support for the team. So you have Mai and her that's doing both the supporting. I believe she does a little bit more healing. You do have CMZ and Vegito being able to heal themselves, and then you have Vegito Blue that he transforms, he ramps up his damage, increases special move charge rate, and then he heals as well. So really good team here. I think you're really kind of banking off like just trying to get as much blue cards as possible for this team, but they got some really good options in terms of other replacements, because Future has a lot of variety of characters. So when it comes to red, right? If it's not CMZ, I'll go Ultra. Like I said, I'll go Ultra Cell. Looking at it more on the blast base side of things here, I'll go Ultra Cell. Then I'll go. I mean, you can rock CMZ. CMZ is also a pretty good character as well. Then you can go. Tag Droids is also a pretty solid character, and then also, then you're looking at the strike base side of the teams, right? You're looking at like Trunks Mai. You're looking at like Red Transforming Cell. The free to play Goku Black is really good, but I would say the top three for me will be CMZ, Ultra Cell, and then I'll probably do Fusion Zamasu. Then, like I say, you have Mai there, but Mai, she's fulfilling a different role, kind of a must-have type of character for the team, just to make the team get more blue cards. Yellow, like I said, I'm gonna put Yellow 18 first. Then after that, I'm gonna go. Dang, I don't really got that many other options. I'll probably go TV if you're willing to use another C tier character, and then I'll probably go Event Exclusive Cell. And then I'll go free to play. I'm not free to play. LF Transforming Goku Black. After that, when it comes to purple, you have LF Perfect Form Cell. Then after that, you have Grunks. Then after that, if you want to use Zenkai Perfect Cell, you guys can. I know he's strike based, but just high stats, he'll still be able to be usable. Then after that, I'll go with the Future 17, and then I'll go with the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta last. When it comes to green, you have Vegito Blue. You have the first form Cell there. He heals by 10% each fight, and he debuffs, and he kind of ramp. I think his debuffs are kind of like different each fight, each turn, which is really nice. Then after that, here, when it comes to those two blasts, then it's pretty much just strike-based characters. You're kind of looking at like the Teen Trunks and everything like that, and they like the Fusion Zamasu free to play, but they're all like strike-based. So. Then after that goes the blue. Like I said, it's going to be the Succession Grunks. Then after that, you do have like the second form Cell. And then you have, like I said, I'm looking at the blast base. You have the Zamasu. And then the last two for me, I'll probably say the Goku Black here. And then I'll go with Sword of Hope Trunks. So yeah, that's it with Future. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next we have is Blast Base Vegeta Clan. I actually want to try this team. I actually want to like add in this because I think Vegeta Clan has been getting low-key somewhat better over time with their blast base. It's like they've been focusing on strike base, but they've been slowly working on their blast base team. And I think with the addition of the new revival of Vegeta, I think the team is definitely better than what it was before. So let's get straight into it though. Backup characters. I think for the Vegeta Clan team, I think there's just really. I'll say two, but I'll say one definitely. I'll probably do just the Kid Trunks. I know he's strike based, but he's just the overall best Z tier character for them, so I'll definitely use him. If I was to add in another character, I'll probably do this Team Zenkai Trunks. I'll probably add him in there, but I just don't. I don't have the most stocks into that character. But if you guys have used him before, he did pretty well for you guys. Just let me know in the comments. Next, we have S tier. S tier, I think there's just some pretty better options for S tier. So, me personally, I went with the Green Shredder Trunks. I know he's strike based as well, but like I said, double offensive Z abilities for the team. So you can never go wrong with being part of a blast based team and still supporting them in some type of way. After that, here, I think characters that I like, I'll probably go with. I'll go with this Super Saiyan Vegeta. He's a defensive character. Every time he gets hit, he heals by 7% the first 2 times. So. I mean, he has waves of healing, but he just has to get hit. So that's kind of RNG, You do have this Coat Vegeta. He has HP Z ability to give support for his allies. So that's really nice. Then after that, I'll probably... then you're going down like the GT Vegeta. You're going like Majin. You're going like the free-to-play Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. The free-to-play Super Saiyan Trunks Teen. And then like this Super Vegeta, for example. So... but I'll say these are like my 3 that I'm the most confident, the 4 that I'm most confident in, and then the other ones are just like if you just kind of just need somebody, you can just add them, especially since some of them are strike based, but in order to provide a blast based Z ability for the team. I mean Vegeta does for Saiyans, yeah. So I'll put him 5th. All right, anyways, let's talk about the main 6 though. Main 6 for me, I have the red. Vegeta here. Now, granted, his stats is strike, but if you do land blast cards, he does get extra. He gives support for his allies and extra damage buffs and stuff when he lands blast cards. So just change it to blast. Even though he has more strike, it's pretty weird. Then after that, I have this Angel Vegeta. He's another healer for the team. He's on my 3 and then damage inflicted buff, so that's pretty nice. Double defense, so pretty good character. And he's in the S tier spot, so that just helps with points for overall team. Now it comes to the main 4 here. Now I do not have the Evo Vegeta. I summoned 25k and did not pull him, but he'll be a great option to put him if you want to maybe replace Grunks. If you guys maybe want to replace the Revival Vegeta. If you guys want to replace Boo Duo, you guys definitely can do that. I just don't have them, so I'm going to show you guys this team. So I had TV in the middle. TV is great because he gives support for the first turn and the second turn for his allies, so that's pretty nice. Plus, it's his own gauge, so you can't go wrong with that. He ramps up over time. I really do like that a ton. So I put him in the middle. He's supporting Boo Duo, Grunks, and the Revival Vegeta. And then this Vegeta is supporting Boo Duo, Grunks, and TV. And then you guys know what their whole transcendent Kamehameha mode is going to do a ton of damage. Grunks, like I said, ramps up over time, builds up 50% of his gauge each fight, so that's really nice. And then Revival Vegeta, he's by far like just the best blast based green right now for the team. I think he replaced Evoken for sure. If you guys have Evoken, you guys can still use them. Evoken, whatever you guys want to say it, pronounce it. And like I said, if you have that Evo Vegeta, he'll be a really great addition as well. I just don't have him. He has a really great kit overall too. So if you guys maybe just want to do one support, you guys can take this Vegeta off. I think you guys should keep him because he's S tier, and then maybe replace the other one of the 4 other like damage dealing characters that I have on this setup. But yeah, when it comes to blast space, I think it's really hard to find replacements for each color though. But I could try, right? Like for red, I decided to go him because he's kind of like the best red that's not a strike based character. When it comes to strike base, I'll probably go with Trunks because Trunks mine because they heal and they give support for the allies depending on where you place them. For Z ability purposes, I'll put Vegeta 3rd and then I'll put him 4th. Even though I think he's better than Ape, I just think his strike base Z ability hurts. Yellow wise, like I said, TV, Angel Vegeta, and then you have Evolution Vegeta, the yellow version. After that, you got purple. You got Succession Grunks. You also have Nappa Vegeta. You guys could definitely use him. And then, like I said, you have the LF Evolution Super Saiyan Blue Transforming Evo Vegeta. You have them, and then you could probably put the blue boys. They're just more strike based, right? You could put Bola Vegeta if you want another support character, right? They're more strike based, but if you want support and damage and healing, you can add them as well. Green Rise for the blast based team, like I said, I'm gonna go Revival Vegeta, I'm gonna go Evoken, and then all the other ones are strike based, like the Diamond Vegeta, Tag 4s, and then like the Trunks, the LF Super Saiyan Trunks. Then after that, we got Blue. I'm gonna go Boo Duo. Then I'm gonna go Succession Grunks, and then I'll probably go like Fusion Vegito and then Sword of Hope Trunks. So yeah, but that's for the blast base team. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next team we have is Strike Base Vegeta Clan. So yeah, with the Z tier, options, bro. When it comes to the backup, I'm going with the Transforming Kid Trunks. If you want to add in the second one, like I said, I would say Super Saiyan Trunks team. The Zenkai Red is the second best option. He's good, but he's more for GT, so that's why I don't talk about him for Vegeta Clan. But I don't know how good he is. I'm not too confident in him. But if you guys have tried him and used them, you guys can vouch if he's good or not. S tier wise, like I said, I'm gonna go, since it's strike based, I'm gonna go Green Shredder Trunks, double offensive Z abilities. I do like this Coat Vegeta for the HP and support for the team. You have Angel Vegeta if you want more support as well. You have this Super Saiyan Vegeta, more of a defensive character. Then you have the Super Saiyan Teen Trunks. You have this Trunks, the Super Saiyan 2 Adult Trunks, Super Saiyan Teen Trunks. And then after that, I kind of just keep, and then I'll just go with the Zenkai Majin Vegeta for the strike base side. Now, anyways, let's talk about the main 6 here. Usually this Majin Vegeta clan team, I said Majin Vegeta clan. This Vegeta clan team is really for Ultra Majin Vegeta. Like if you have him, he kind of makes the big difference for the yellow side. But I think the best second character is Fusing Gogeta Blue, but Ultra Majin Vegeta just leaves better in terms of his kit and everything. So for the people that Ultra Majin Vegeta, definitely rock this team. I have Bullet Vegeta as my healer in the middle, supporting and healing. Then after that, I have Red Vegeta here. He's in the B tier spot, so I decided, hey, why not add him? He's a strike-based character. That he's not strike-based, but he has more strike stats, and he gives support. So why not add him? After that, I have Fusing Vegito. Now they do buff Saiyans, so I'm just like, hey, why not add them? Most of the best characters in Vegeta, like if you have all the best characters for Vegeta, is gonna be Vegeta characters. It's not gonna be no Trunks, in my opinion. Besides, just substitute Trunks mine. And then after that, like I said, yellow is gonna be Ultra Majin Vegeta, but I don't have him, unfortunately. I didn't even summon for them, so I'll say unfortunately. And then after that, for the green, if you guys have Diamond Vegeta, I think Diamond Vegeta is by far the best strike-based green for Vegeta Clan. And then red, I like adding Trunks in mine because they heal themselves by 5% each fight, and then they support the peoples to the left and the right, and I think people that's above them too, right? No, below them, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the Vegeta Clan team. When it comes to replacements, let's speed this through. For the strike-based side, where are you at? Let's talk about red. So like I said, Trunks in mine is really good. That support Vegeta if you want just another healer for the team. He's really good. After that, I'll probably go with Super Vegeta. Then I'll go Ape Vegeta. Right? That's what I said. And then I'll go that Zenkai Majin Vegeta. After that, for the yellow, like I said, it's pretty much Ultra Majin Vegeta. Then I'll go Fusing Gogeta Blue. Then I'll go Angel Vegeta for the support. Strike base side. Purple. Purple's actually might be a pretty bad color for them. I will go for the main 6. Bullet Vegeta by far because it's support and damage. Excuse me, you're definitely going to need that. You can add Grunks because Grunks has equal stats in their kit. And then I'll go Blue Boys. After that, green, like I said, I think Diamond Vegeta is the best green for the team. If you have him, definitely rock him. Second, I'll go LF Super Saiyan Team Trunks. Then third, I'll go Tag Force. Fourth, I'll go Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Then when it comes to blue, I think there's pretty much, like I said, you have Fusion Vegito, you have Grunks, the Succession Grunks, and then you have the Soda Hulk Trunks. Those are pretty much the top blue strike base Vegeta characters, unless I'm forgetting somebody. Hopefully I'm not forgetting someone that I didn't pull back then. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this team. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have strike base movie Saga, man. One of the most broad teams that I usually do for my videos. It's one of the reasons why I don't do Saiyans or like Saiyans, for example, because Saiyans are Sun Fan, because there's just so many characters to choose from. For Saiyans and Sun Fan, that's why I usually don't talk about them. But yeah, movie Saga is the same thing. So a lot of characters to choose from. I'm gonna kind of just go down a list of like really like the best reds and everything, because there's just so many different versions of movie sagas you can rock. You can do hybrids movies, you can do PO movies, you can do fusion movies, you can do different versions of movies. So I'm gonna just talk about just different versions because there's so many characters to choose from there. But let's talk about the backup characters though. When it comes to the Z tier options, movie Saga is one of the best ones as well. Like they got great options to choose from. Me personally, I have the Final Form Frieza and the EX Metal Cooler. I know Metal Cooler is blast based, but if you have them at high stars, use them, right? Like you're trying to get the points for TOP, so if you have them, use them. Another good option is Thousand. If you're planning on rocking any coolers on your team, then he's a really great option. If not, don't use them. Then you have the EX Bardock. Then you have some, I'll probably say those are the top 4 best ones. You have some other like runnable ones like EX Bojack and other characters, but I just think those are the top 4 best ones. And then when it comes to their S tier strike based options, they have like so many to choose from. You have Aider. You have this, like I said, I'm looking for the strike base side, right? So you have the Zenkai Tapion, you have Broly Chilai. You have this Videl here. You have Days. I actually pulled Days for the first time, and his kit looks really good. I don't know about the other three Crusher Corps characters, but I bet you their S tier are really good. But I don't have their kits, but they're probably really good. Then you have the Metal Cooler. I know he's range type, but he gives support, right? Then you have Hero Tapion. You have, not Hero Tapion, you have free to play Tapion. You have free to play Bojack. You have the EX Turles. You have the EX Gohan. And then you have, if you want to, like I said, if you rock 1,000, then that blue EX Cooler is pretty good as well for the strike base side. So lots of characters to choose from. Now let's talk about each colors from sagas from the movies. I'm gonna try to rank them from the best to like kind of like the worst in terms of main 6 viable characters. Number 1, I'm gonna put Pan. I'm putting Pan number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna put Transforming Red Beast. 3rd, I'm gonna put Nerd Gohan. 4th, I'm going to put LF Cooler. 5th, I'm going to put, for a strike base team, yeah, 5th I'll probably do Hero Tapion, and then 6th I'll do Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. When it comes to yellow, if you have Ultra Beast, he's by far the best yellow. I don't have him, but you can't forget about him. Ultra Beast, number 1. Number 2, I'll probably say Gotenks. I'll say Fat Gotenks, great support type of character. Debuffs for the enemies and then buffs for the allies. Now, when it comes to number 3, it's pretty difficult. It's like Fusion Gogeta Blue, LF Gogeta Blue, and then I'll do like Hero Tapion. I don't think I'm missing any yellow strike-based characters. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting any. Purple. When it comes to purple, I'm trying to think of. I don't think I'm missing anybody. But yeah, you have multiple. You have Ultra Golden Frieza. You have Ultra Gogeta Blue. You have Garlic Jr. You have Days. I think Days is really good if you have my high star, just based off the kit I'm reading. You have Blue Boys. You have Ultra DBZ Broly. And then I'll probably do like Red Ribbon Army Piccolo last. Hopefully I'm not forgetting any other purple characters. But oh, red also if you have DBZ Broly. Red for DBZ Broly. That's another character I don't have. Green movies. Green movies. Am I missing anybody? I know I'm missing Almond, but I don't know his kit. But Super Saiyan God Goku's really good. I think Almond probably is an S tier. He probably has a really good kit. Magenta is really good. I do like Videl as well. 4th, and then I'll say like Drip Trunks, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then I'll do this Broly here. Then after that, it comes down to blue. Blue, I would add in Blue Turles as well. I know he's blast based, but I think he's just an overall good character with the comeback mechanic. I think that's pretty valuable. No, I think he actually loses his first life. I don't think the comeback actually is a thing. I think it's only just for revival. So my fault. I'm gonna go Blue Beast. I'm gonna go Ultra Super Gogeta. Ultra Janemba. I'm still gonna add Turles. I think Turles is still just pretty viable character. After that, this is a blast based character. Don't really talk about him that much. Broly and Chila is another good character as well, and then I'll put Ader in there as well. And then I'll also do free to play Super 13. Gamma 2 as well. Yeah, for the main 6, I'll add those characters in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the sagas from the movies team. There's so many characters to choose from, so many different builds you can do. So let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have is going to be Strike Base GT. Strike Bases, I mean, GT does not have that many characters though, but I mean, we can still build some good teams here. It's just that hopefully you just got the characters for them. But for the people that are rocking GT, you're going to pretty much have every character here. So Z tier wise, I think the best Z tier are blast based characters. So if you have both of them, rock them, even if it's a strike based team. EX Baby Trunks, not EX Baby Trunks, but EX Green Trunks and then the EX Super 17 are the best Z's. When it comes to the S tier options, I do like the Red Kid Goku. I will say Yellow Vegeta. I'll say Red Oob. And then I'll put the Super 17 4th. Now when it comes to the main 6 here, Super Baby 2 and Bullet Vegeta is always going to be on my teams for both Blast and Strike because they both provide healing for the team. if you can have 2 healers, definitely just add them. So I'm always going to add them on my GT setups. When it comes to the green, pretty much there's only 2 like strike based green characters. It's Tag 4s, and then it's Gogeta, LF Gogeta 4. So I'm gonna go Tag 4s over Gogeta 4. After that, for the blue, I decided to go with Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, just because he's Zenkai buff Super Baby 2, and then Super Baby. They both can get double Zenkai buff, Super Baby 2 and the Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Red, I decided to go with the red Kid Goku just for the S tier points, extra points for higher points for Tournament of Power. And then yellow, I decided to go with the yellow Zenkai Shin because he gives double offensive Z abilities, so more damage for the team. Now, when it comes to the best characters for each color, let's get straight into it. I'm just gonna zoom past this really quick. When it comes to red, I did not mean for every red, but just for GT only. Where you at, GT? I'll say for red strike base, man, it's really, dang, bro. It's really 2, bro. It's Omega Shenron. Yeah, it's Omega Shenron and it's the red Kid Goku, bro. Zenkai red Omega Shenron and then Zenkai Kid Goku. All the other ones are blast-based characters. So, and then after that, we go to yellow. Yellow, we would probably have Forku. No, Super Baby 2, Forku, and then Shin. I just didn't want to add too many C-tier characters on my team. So I only have 1 C-tier character. I'm just trying to maximize how many points I can get. So, no, actually 2 C-tiers, Super Baby 2 and Tag 4s. So I don't think I really need another C-tier, but if you want, you can definitely do that. Purple, if you have Ultra Gogeta 4, you guys can definitely add him in there. I don't have him on my box, but he's by far the best strike base purple. And then after that, it's Bullet Vegeta, and then it's Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Nah, I'll say Cell's a third and Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Goku. After that, we got green. It's pretty much Tag 4s and LF Gogeta 4. Then when it comes to the blue side, Super Baby 2 just core because of his healing. He's number 1. And then number 2 for me is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai Kid Goku for the Zenkai buff that he's buffed to himself. And Super Baby 2, they both can get double paired up together. And then I'll say Celza is going to be 3rd for strike base. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the GT strike base team. Let's hop into the blast base team. All right, next we have is Blast Base GT. Blast Base GT literally is a really niche team, but if you have them, you can definitely rock them. So for the backup characters, I'm still gonna say with the EX Super 17 and the Trunks there, right? They're both Blast Base and they're just the best Z tier. Hold on, I gotta restart the video. Oh no, the video keeps going. Okay, it usually stops the recording. All right, let's get it. Anyway, let's hop into the S tier in terms of the best. S tier options is going to be the Zenkai Yellow Vegeta. And then, like I said, because he's more black. Well, Oob is the best one. EX Oob is the best. Then I'll say Yellow Vegeta. Then I'll say Super 17. And then I'll say the red Kid Goku because he's strike based. But he's still a good character if you just need more S tier love for your team. Anyways, though, let's hop into the main 6 here. So, I mean, when it comes to the healings, I always have Bullet Vegeta and Super Baby 2 just because they both heals for the team. Sustainability, that helps. Excuse me. After that, let me actually switch this up. I'm actually going to switch and add him in there. Vegeta, yep. Yep. All right, yep, I'm going to add that Vegeta in there. All right, so when it comes to the red, the best red is Super 17. Just the debuffs he gives with every time he lands a blast card is nuts. And then Omega gives great debuffs for 7 out of the 9 spots. And then he's just a great overall green range character. He's the best one for GT, for Blast. And then GT 17 is really the only purple Blast based GT character. And then yellow Vegeta, I just added him for the points. You could add in like Super 17, maybe if you want to do like double greens, if you want to Zenkai buff Omega and have 17 on there, you guys can definitely do that. Probably take maybe GT 17 out and probably add in you could probably add in Super 17 and then replace that Zenkai Yellow Vegeta and add in like Zenkai Shin for the double offensive Z abilities. You guys could definitely do that. It's just your preference, right? It's your preference. So, but yeah, when it comes to the replacements for each color, we're gonna have red. Red is pretty much Super 17. Then to me, I like the Super Saiyan Kid Goku. Then the free to play Red Shin, and then the Zenkai for Vegeta. After that, we have yellow. Yellow is gonna be I think overall I'd rather prefer Zenkai Shin, then Rage Shenron, then the Zenkai Yellow Vegeta, but he's in the S tier spot, so he kind of has a little bit more value points wise. But overall, that's my ranking. Purple, it's only GT17 as the blast. Green is going to be Omega, then it's going to be, I'm not sure. Hold on. That's it for the green. Wow. Green is going to be Omega, then it's going to be full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I swear there was somebody else, but now I'll put Super 17 third. After that, when it comes to blue, I'm going to go Super Baby 2. And then I'm going to go EX Omega. And then I'm going to go Spirit Bomb Goku. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with the Blast Base side of GT. Let's hop into the next teams. All right, next we have Blast Base Unireps. So, I'm not going to lie. I think if you guys are a Unireps team, might need to switch to a different team because everybody rocked Unireps last season, and since everyone did that, they have way more characters in the C tier spot. So they probably have all the new. They have Kaba. I don't have Kaba. They have Vegeta and MUI. If Kale Khalifa's in there, then I know that they're in C tier as well. And then they have all these extra other characters that shouldn't be in C tier, which is gonna hurt their score. But I'm still gonna try to make a good team for y'all. But I just think Unireps is kind of hold for both the Strike and Blast. But let's try. I'm gonna try my best to try to talk about the Z tiers and S tiers. But I don't feel super confident about Unireps this season. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So next we do have for the backup characters we have Topo. Topo, I think he's just the best Z tier. You're definitely gonna need a Z tier character for this season. Man, they hold them. But anyways, for the S tier, I just think the best overall S tier, I'll probably go with Dispo. I can't really see anybody else better than Dispo. I'll probably say Champa, then Lavender, and then Basil for the top 4 S tiers. And then everybody else is pretty much in B and C. So let's talk about the main 6. I added in EXKL for healing. And then I also have the green Frieza for healing. So you have 2 healers on the team. When it comes to the blue option, the main blue, I have MVP 17. You do have other options to choose from, but they're pretty much all in the C tier options. So, it's not like one is over the other because they're in the higher tier. They're pretty much going to be in the C or the B tier. Yellow, I decided to go with Angel, go to Frieza, just to guarantee blue card, right? Super powerful. Red, I went Bergamo because I didn't want to add in like Cabo, for example, because Cabo's really powerful, but he's just another character that's in the C tier spot. So then you have more C tier characters, which will hurt yourself from getting the 1.5k CCs. So Bergamo's in there, ramps up HP for the team. You can't go wrong. And purple, I decided to go with Kefla, free to play Kefla, just because she's like one of the few purples that's not in C tier that's viable. There's other viable purples, it's just that they're all in C tier, right? So I had to pick and choose which C tier characters I truly needed, and I feel like these were the ones that I decided to go with. So when it comes to the replacements though, like I said, it's gonna be pretty tough for Unireps this season. But let's talk about the Reds. I think the number 1 red is Red Kaba. Yeah, just what he brings to the table for the Blast Base Unireps team is really good. After that, I will say Red MUI Goku, then I'll say Bergamo, and then after that I will say I'll probably say those would be the main 3. For Red Blast Base, I'll say Kaba, MUI, and then Bergamo. Actually, Kaba, Bergamo, MUI, because he brings HP for the team, so I always value that. Yellow, I'm gonna go Angel, go to Frieza. I'm gonna go Ultra MUI Goku. I'm gonna go Evo Vegeta. I'm gonna go Ultra Kaioken. And then I'll probably say, for Blast Base, I'll say those are my top 4. After that, we were gonna go purple. Purple, I think the best purple is LF. LF Transforming Evolution Vegeta. He's just in C tier. After that, I'll probably go LF Jiren. Then I'll probably go free to play Jiren. I think free to play Jiren is really good. Then I'll go LF Jiren. Then I'll go LF UI Sign for the Blast Base side. Green, I will go the free to play Golden Frieza. Then after that, I'll probably go. I'll probably go Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Revival Goku, then Evoken, then God Topo, and then I'll probably go Summonable Golden Frieza, Angel Golden Frieza. Then when it comes to the blue, like I said, I'm gonna go with MVP 17. Like I said, you do have Kale because of their HP, and then you have the Zenkai TOP 18, and that's probably the best blast blues in a sense. It's pretty much TOP 18 and MVP 17. You have MUI Goku, but I think he's more strike based. So he's more strike based. But anyways, let's hop into the next team. All right, so for the next team we have is going to be blast based uni reps, strike based. I said blast based, strike based uni reps, but like I said, this team got hold. A lot of people rocked uni reps last year. I said last season, and a lot of pretty much all their best characters in the B and C tier. So I'm gonna try my best to talk about the best backup characters though. I think the best Z tier backup is Bergamo. Everybody else here stinks. And then after that, let's go to the C tier spots. I think the top 4 is going to be Dispo. For strike base, I'm going to add in Basils. Then I'm going to say Champa. Then I'm going to say Lavender. Then after that, everyone's just in the B and C tier. So for the strike base team, I don't have MUI Goku. So I would put him up there, but I don't have him. So healing wise, you definitely want to have EXKL for sure. You definitely want to have EXKL. And then blue for me, I have TOP 18. I think she's the second best blue for the strike base side. For the green, I decided to go with Kale Khalifa. I could add in Kiawe in there, or I could have added in the free-to-play Angel Golden Frieza because he's healing the team as well. So you can go with another support character that heals the team for more sustainability. But he's blast based, but you guys can still do that. Kale Khalifa for me, or you can do Kiawe. Yellow, I decided to go with the Kaioken Goku because he gets the guaranteed blue card. Red, I went with Bergamo because he's pretty much him and Castro. That's the only reds that's red, strike reds that's not in the C tier spot. I went Bergamo because he brings HP for the team, and I think that's a little bit valuable to red casserole. And then for my purple, I just went Go Frieza. Like I said, I think all the other, I keep saying like I said, but they got hold. They got hold last season. I mean, so I'm going to go Frieza as my purple for the strike-based team. But if you want to look at the replacements for each color, though, we can definitely do that. For the red, I'm going to go with Bergamo. MUI Goku Bergamo, I'll say Ultra Hit, and then I'll say Red Casserole. After that, I'll probably go yellow. When it comes to yellow, I'll go Kaioken Goku. I'll go Kale Khalifa, tag Kale Khalifa. And I'll probably go like EX18. You could probably add an EX18. She's a great support character for the team. For the strike base side. And then purple, strike base. It's pretty much still Go Frieza. Jiren is support, but does he do more strike? Yeah, and then I'll put Jiren second. And then if you want to do Evo Vegeta, you can, but they're blast. He's a blast based character, but if you want to add him, you can because he's just that good. Green wise, I'll go Kale Khalifa and Kiawe. That's pretty much the top. And then I'll go free to play Angel Golden Frieza just the healing that he gives for the team for strike base. And then for blue, I will go with the transforming MUI Goku. Then I'll go TOP 18, and then you got to add EXKL for the the healing for the team. So yeah, that's pretty much what Unirep Strike. Let's hop into the last tag. All right, so for the next team, we have blast-based hybrids. So when it comes to the backup characters, I think they got some pretty solid backup characters in here. I think there's like 4. Let me actually check his kit. Is he? Nah, because per ally. You could rock him though. So yeah, so for the for hybrids, I will go Transforming Kid Trunks. I will go. Actually, let me take him out. Transforming Kid Trunks. I'll go EX Kid Gohan. I'll go this EX Zenkai Future Gohan. I'll go the EX Gotenks, the EX GT Trunks. I think those are like my favorite EX, not EX, but Z tier characters. S tier wise, I'm gonna go Green Shredder Trunks, Krillhan, Super Saiyan 2, EX Gohan from the movies. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the S tier, right? Yeah, for the S tier. So When it comes to the C tier or the main 6 here, I decided to go Pan. Of course, HP for the team, supporting for Gohan, Blazing Gohan. I mean, that is her dad anyways, right? Then after that, I went with Grunks here. Just because there's a Trunks character on the team, so he gets that extra damage support, that damage inflicted buff from him, since he's partnered with a Trunks character. Then I have Ultimate Gohan. I have Cryhan. If you do have Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, definitely rock him. And then I decided to add in Yellow Goten. Double offensive Z ability. He gets a guaranteed blue when he transforms, so that's really powerful. And then I just added in Purple Gold 10 because he gives extra healing and support for Goku and Goten characters. I mean, Goku and Gohan characters. So just more healing for the team, more support. So yeah, that's pretty much it there. Let's talk about the main 6 in terms of color options for the blast base side of the team. If we were going through the red options, I think Pan is number 1 just for the HP and support. Number 2, I'm going with Red Gotenks, and then number 3, I'm going with Nerdhan. And then when I go to the yellow side, I think the yellow side you have TV. Then I'm gonna go Fat Gotenks. Actually, I'm gonna go Ultra Beast. I'm gonna go Ultra Beast number 1, TV number 2, Fat Gotenks number 3, and then I'm gonna go with Yellow Goten number 4. Purple wise, I'm gonna go Ultimate Gohan. I'm gonna go Grunks, and then after that, I'm gonna go with the free-to-play Goten. Green, I'm gonna go Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I'm gonna go Cryhan, and that's pretty much it for the blast. Yeah, for blast base. And then blue, I think blue is probably gonna be their toughest color. You do have Succession Grunks, and then I'll probably go with that free-to-play movie BoJack Super Saiyan Gohan for the blast. But you could do like Blue Beast and Atom and still be fine. But anyways, let's hop into the next team, and I'm gonna catch you guys there. Alright, so for the last team here, we have strike-based hybrids, and let's get straight into it, bro. So I have 5 from the main 6 because the top one here is supposed to be Ultra Beast. I don't have Ultra Beast, but if you guys do have Ultra Beast, he's just use him. Just use him, bro. He's just that ridiculous. But anyways, here, let's talk about the backup characters. I think for the strike-based side, I'm going to go Transforming Kid Trunks. You guys could use the characters I talked about for the blast base side if you just need just more Z tier characters, right? Like you have the EX Gotenks here, you have the purple EX Kid Gohan, you have this EX Future Gohan, and then I'll say last will be this Sparking Kid Trunks. I mean, Team Trunks here, the red Zenkai one. I'll probably put him last, and then you can add in this Trunks as well, the GT Trunks. S tier wise, I decided to go with Green Shredder Trunks, double offensive Z abilities. You guys also have this EX Super Saiyan Gohan Teen. You also have Krillhan, that's really good. And then you also have like the free-to-play Super Saiyan Trunks Teen, the yellow version. After that, let's talk about the main 6 here. Let me take out the S tier. So the main 6, of course, you're going to want to have Pan. I decided to go Bull of Vegeta because they're more suited for strike base. You have 2, you know, supporting healing and giving damage inflicted buffs, Pan. So you have HP for the team and giving extra delays to Gohan characters. So that's really nice. Gohan and Piccolo, but you know, this is hybrids. So I pretty much filled all the other characters. I decided to go with Blue Beast. He's a Gohan character. If you have Yellow Beast here, you know, that's going to be another good character to choose from. I'm going to talk about the replacements for each color. And then red, I decided to go with Nerdhan instead of red transforming beast because he's in B tier compared to C tier, so that doesn't hurt you from losing points or not having enough points for the 1.5k CCs. And then for my last color, I could have went LF Trunks if I wanted to. I just didn't want to have 4 C tier characters because with Ultra Beast that's already 3. So I decided to go with Drip Trunks because he's A tier character and I think he's pretty solid. So. But yeah, let's talk about the colors for each colors for hybrids for the strike base that I like. When it comes to red here, let's take out the A tier spot. I'm gonna go with red transforming beast. I'm gonna go with Nerdhan. Actually, I'm gonna go Pan, red transforming beast, Nerdhan, and then I'm gonna go Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 because all of them are pretty much from movies. So the best reds are hybrid movies. Yellow, I'm gonna go Ultra Beast, I'm gonna go Fat Gotenks, and then I'm gonna go Yellow Transforming Goten. Purple wise, I'm gonna go Bull of Vegeta, and then I pretty much will just go Grunks. Yeah, I mean Grunks is blast based, but they have equal stats, so I'll just add them in there. Green wise, I mean, if you want to add Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you can. He's a blast based character, but just him being able to counter strike cards from TOP is actually pretty ridiculous. So that's just super powerful. So I'll add him number 1, then I'll do LF Super Saiyan Teen Trunks number 2. And then, like I said, I didn't want to add too many C tier characters, so I decided to go with Drip Trunks. I'll probably put him 3. And then I'll probably do the EX Grunks number 4. Blue wise, I'm gonna go Blue Beast, I'm gonna go Soda Hope Trunks, and then I'm gonna go Succession Grunks. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Been rough, and I'm out. Peace.